So you're thinking about retiring on a boat, living the dream, chasing sunsets, and leaving the 9 to 5 behind. But before you untie the lines and head for the horizon, you've got to get your financial house in order. I'm talking about the stuff that'll keep your life afloat, literally and financially, once you're miles from shore and the nearest bank branch is an ocean away. After years of managing money from marinas, anchorages, and sketchy Wi-Fi signals, I've learned what works and what doesn't. Whether you've got a tidy nest egg or you're still figuring out the numbers, these are 10 smart money moves every future cruiser should make before they retire aboard. Some are simple, some take planning, but every one of them will save you headaches down the line. Let's get into it. Before you ever drop anchor in some tropical paradise, make sure you've got a real, fully funded emergency fund. I'm not talking about investments or credit cards. I mean plain old cash sitting in a high-yield savings account or checking account that you can access from anywhere in the world. The general rule of thumb is 3 to 6 months of living expenses. For boat life, I'd lean toward the higher end. Why? Because things break, weather delays happen, medical issues pop up, and those surprises never wait until your portfolio is up or the market's doing great. When you're cruising, you may not have the time or internet connection to sell stock or transfer funds in a pinch. A healthy cash cushion lets you cover surprise haulouts, broken gear, travel expenses, or even just a few bad months without stressing. Keep it in an account with strong online banking tools and no fees for international access. And always make sure your debit card is up to date and works abroad. Peace of mind is priceless out there, and this fund is your financial safety harness. Retiring on a boat means simplifying your whole life, and that includes your finances. If you've got a mess of old 401ks, multiple IRAs, a few brokerage accounts, and random savings accounts scattered across different banks, it's time to consolidate. Fewer accounts make it easier to manage your money when your internet is slow or your laptop's running off solar power. Start by combining accounts where it makes sense. Roll those old 401ks into a single IRA, close out small savings accounts you never use, and streamline your investing platforms. This will reduce the number of logins you need, the amount of mail or email you get, and the headaches that come with managing a pile of different statements. It also helps you get a clearer picture of your financial position and your monthly cash flow needs. Take this opportunity to update beneficiaries, ensure your contact info is current, and double-check that everything's titled correctly. The goal is to make managing your money on the water as smooth and low maintenance as possible. When your bank fits in a single browser tab, you've done it right. Managing your finances from a boat means you're going to need a strong, secure, and reliable internet setup. This isn't just about checking your email, it's about accessing investment accounts, transferring money, and handling bills from halfway across the world. You don't want to depend on sketchy marina Wi-Fi for that. Start with a good quality laptop, lightweight, durable, with solid battery life and all your financial tools loaded and ready. Pair that with a mobile internet system. This could be a cellular router that works with international SIM cards, a basic mobile hotspot, or even a Starlink dish if you're going offshore. You want options. Next, make sure your connection is secure. Use a reputable password manager, enable two-factor authentication on all financial accounts, and avoid public networks for banking. You don't need to be a tech expert, you just need to build a system that works and that you trust. Before you leave, test everything: your login credentials, your device backups, and your ability to access your main accounts on the road. When you've got a secure internet setup, managing your money becomes just another part of the cruising lifestyle, not a constant source of stress. One of the most important numbers to understand before you retire on a boat is your withdrawal rate. How much money you can safely take from your portfolio each year without running out over time. That's where the 4% rule comes in. It's a classic rule of thumb that says if you withdraw 4% of your investment portfolio annually, adjusted for inflation, your money should last around 30 years. Let's break it down. If you've got $1 million invested, that gives you about $40,000 per year to live on. That number has to cover everything: boat maintenance, groceries, health insurance, marina fees, and travel. If you plan to live frugally, you might be fine with less. But if you like comfort or plan to move around a lot, that number might need to be higher. The key is to figure out what your actual retirement budget looks like. Then reverse engineer it to see if your portfolio can safely support it. And remember, this isn't set in stone. You can adjust your withdrawals based on market performance or unexpected expenses, but knowing your baseline gives you control and confidence on the water. Once you're living aboard, internet access is no longer a guarantee. You might go days or even weeks without a decent connection. That's why it's important to use a budgeting system that works offline. I recommend keeping things simple. Use Excel, Google Sheets set to offline mode, or even a local budgeting app that doesn't require cloud syncing. Start with a basic monthly layout. Track your categories: groceries, fuel, marina fees, insurance, repairs, entertainment, and anything else that's a regular part of your life afloat. Enter actual expenses weekly or monthly and compare them to your planned budget. It doesn't have to be fancy, just functional. Make sure to plan for occasional big-ticket items like haul-outs, sale replacements, or surprise medical bills. Budgeting on a boat isn't just about tracking nickels and dimes. It's about knowing where your money is going and spotting trends before they become problems. When you're cruising, you won't always have the luxury of logging into a cloud-based budgeting tool. Having everything saved locally, organized, and ready to update anytime gives you control over your finances, even if you're halfway across the ocean. Life on a boat doesn't mean you stop managing your finances. It just means you need a routine that works when you're living off-grid or on island time. I recommend setting up a once-a-month financial check-in. Block out a quiet hour where you log in, move money around, pay bills, and check your spending. This doesn't need to be complicated. Start by reviewing your budget. See what you spent last month and whether you're on track. Next, transfer any funds you need for the coming month from your investment or savings accounts to checking. If you're drawing from a portfolio, sell what you need, move the cash, and make a note of it. Also, double-check due dates on recurring expenses like boat insurance, storage, subscriptions, and anything else that can sneak up. And don't forget to review your emergency fund and see if anything needs topping off. Having this routine keeps you sharp. It helps prevent missed payments, gives you an early warning if something's off, and makes sure you're not flying blind financially. Even if you're anchored off a quiet beach, your money still needs a little steering. Not all bank cards are created equal, especially when you're traveling internationally by boat. Before you retire on the water, make sure you've got the right combination of debit and credit cards that will work wherever you go. Look for cards that have zero foreign transaction fees, good fraud protection, and easy access to cash from ATMs abroad. For debit cards, banks like Charles Schwab and Fidelity are popular with travelers because they reimburse ATM fees globally and don't tack on foreign usage charges. These are perfect for pulling cash in places where credit cards aren't accepted. As for credit cards, choose one with a strong customer service, travel protection benefits, and no international fees. That way, you can book flights, rent cars, or pay marina fees without worry. Also, keep at least one backup card in a separate place in case your wallet goes overboard or gets stolen. Set up online access to all your card accounts and test it before leaving. And keep an eye on expiration dates. Getting a replacement card shipped to Grenada or Fiji is not something you want to deal with. With the right cards, spending abroad becomes easy and worry-free. When you're living on a boat, staying connected isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. From checking weather windows to logging into your brokerage account, solid internet access is essential. And you can't always count on marina Wi-Fi or finding a cafe with a decent signal. Start by researching what options are available where you plan to cruise. For coastal cruising, a good cellular plan with international roaming or unlocked phones with local SIM cards can cover most of your needs. For more remote adventures or ocean passages, Starlink has become a game changer. It's not cheap, but it gives you global coverage and decent speeds almost anywhere. Add a Wi-Fi booster to pick up weak signals at anchor and a backup hotspot for redundancy. Be ready to swap SIM cards, recharge data plans, and troubleshoot as needed. And remember, some countries block access to financial services from foreign IP addresses, so having a secure VPN can help you log in without issues. Test everything before you leave. When your internet setup works reliably, you'll not only stay connected, but also stay in control of your finances no matter where you are. If you're going to manage your entire financial life from a boat, then your digital security needs to be solid. That means locking down your accounts before you head out. Start with strong, unique passwords for each financial site. Then, store them in a reputable password manager like Bitwarden or 1Password. Next, enable two-factor authentication, 2FA, on every account that offers it. This adds a second layer of protection, like a code sent to your phone or an authenticator app, so even if someone gets your password, they still can't get in. It's quick to set up and gives you a huge bump in security. While you're at it, clean house, remove access from old handheld devices, update your contact info, and turn on account alerts so you're notified of any suspicious activity. Don't access financial accounts on public or unsecured Wi-Fi unless you're using a VPN. The goal here isn't to turn yourself into a cybersecurity expert, it's to build a secure foundation so that your money is safe, your accounts are accessible, and your stress stays low. Because the last thing you want to deal with when you're anchored off a quiet island is a hacked bank account. Before you commit to full-time boat life, take your financial system for a real-world test. Do a short trip, maybe a 2-week coastal cruise or a month in the islands, and run everything exactly like you plan to once you're retired. Pay bills, move money, track spending, deal with any surprises. This is your dress rehearsal. You'll quickly find out what works and what doesn't. Maybe your budget needs adjusting. Maybe your debit card doesn't work in certain countries. Maybe that budgeting spreadsheet is missing categories. The idea is to catch all of that before you're in the middle of nowhere with no easy fix. Use this time to refine your monthly routine, troubleshoot your internet setup, and practice logging in securely to your financial accounts. Make notes, adjust, and figure out how much time it actually takes to manage your money out there. Doing this trial run gives you confidence. It helps you leave with a system that's been road-tested and works for your specific needs. And when the real retirement voyage begins, you'll be ready, not just to sail, but to thrive. Retiring on a boat isn't just about sailing into the sunset. It's about building a life that actually works once you're out there. And your financial setup is the foundation that holds it all together. The more you prepare on land, the less stress you'll have at sea. These 10 money moves aren't flashy, but they're the real deal. They'll keep your finances steady, your head clear, and your focus on the good stuff, like quiet anchorages, new horizons, and living life on your own terms. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I've got more content coming on cruising budgets, gear setups, and lessons from real life on the water. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and I'll see you out there.